SBI are a group of Walker devices that meet the first recommendation of international guidelines for the treatment of diabetic foot. Because they are knee-high, they feature a plantar interface that creates offloading therapy and can be made irremovable. SBI is a Walker device with three different configurations. SBI Motus, which is useful for the management of plantar lesions. SBI Frame, which is useful for postoperative and post-traumatic management in the orthopedic field. And SBI Wheel, which is characterized by this posterior opening, making it effective in managing heel injuries. SBI is the first fully customizable Walker device. It is equipped with an internal EVA lining that is removable, washable, and thermomoldable. Thanks to its honeycomb structure, it allows a high degree of breathability. It is also equipped with two-component tibial protection, which is also removable and thermoformable. A particular feature of SBI is the choice of a removable and interchangeable sole. We have two different designs: a fully rocking sole, indicated for the management of injuries, which has the rolling point at the midfoot, and a second design, a rocker sole, indicated for post-traumatic and post-intervention management in the orthopedic ward, which has the rolling point at slightly before metatarsal head. In this video we will show you how to apply and adapt the SBI Walker device to the patient. In the first of our two cases, we are dealing with a patient with an ulcerated plantar lesion in the area of second metatarsal head. It is a neuropathic lesion, therefore reducing pressure is the primary goal. To create effective offloading therapy, it is essential to accurately identify the location of the ulcerated area during gait development. For this purpose, we cover the lesion with a transparent sterilized film and we mark the lesion with lipstick or a marker pen. We apply an SBI Motus Walker device to the patient, equipped with a fully rocking sole, ideal for the management of plantar ulceration. We place the foot inside the brace, making sure to bring the heel into contact first and then the forefoot. Then we fasten the velcro straps to secure the device to the leg. At this moment, the leg is not protected by a bandage, therefore the straps will appear much longer than they should. It will be possible to cut them to the appropriate size after applying the dressing. We ask the patient to walk a few steps so that the surface area in contact with the foot will be marked around the ulcerated area. When removing the Walker device, the imprinting left by the lipstick on the plantar surface is clear, and this is the area where we need to reduce pressure by creating the offloading hole. Kit 3x3 is the name of the modular plantar interface we use in our Walker devices. These are 3 layers, each a different color representing a different degree of hardness and density: a stiffer blue layer, an intermediate beige layer, and a softer red layer. Each one distinguishes between 3 parts of the foot: forefoot, midfoot, and rear foot. We mark the perimeter of the impression with a pen, adding a margin from about 5 mm up to about 10 mm in the distal area. To remove this part, we use a scalpel, placing the blade at around 45 degrees. There are 3 rules to always bear in mind when it comes to the composition of the kit 3x3. The offloading hole must never be in direct contact with the lesion. The patient's weight is very important. Above 90 kg, the offloading hole must be carved out of the blue layer. Under 90 kg, as in the case of our patient here, the offloading area must be cut out of the beige layer. Finally, only the red layer can be in direct contact with the injury. In this case, it's the forefoot. The advantage of having a modular system such as Kit 3x3 is the opportunity to vary the composition horizontally, to enhance the relief on the part affected by the injury and increase the compression on the remaining parts. If the foot is particularly deformed and rigid, it is possible to extend the offloading hole in the lower layer to increase the capacity of the kit to promote relief from pressure. We first dress the patient's foot by protecting the interdigital space with a cotton gauze, then apply a bandage with a cotton roll and cohesive bandage from the base of the toes to 2 cm to the popliteal area. An extensible, seamless cotton sock is supplied with SBI products to protect the dressing by limiting tension on the skin as much as possible. After finishing the dressing, we insert the kit 3x3 into the Walker device and place the patient's foot inside it, making sure that the entire surface of the foot is well positioned within the EVA lining. We apply the 2-component tibial protection, which comes with slots for the velcro straps. This detail guarantees the full distribution of the patient's weight over the entire surface of the leg. Once in place, it is important to reattach the velcro straps. The excess can be cut to avoid a trip hazard when walking. In the case of a forefoot ulcer, we will check upon the patient on a weekly basis until healing takes place, which we consider achievable between 4 to 6 weeks, because SBI Walker device meet the indications of international guidelines. In this case, we are faced with an ulcerated lesion near the posterolateral tuberosity of the calcaneus. Here too, we proceed with the application of the dressing and of the protective stocking. Since the lesion is not on the plantar surface, the SBI wheel is recommended because thanks to its posterior opening, it allows the lesion to be placed without any contact between the Walker device and the ulcerated lesion. In accordance with Recommendation 8 of the International Guidelines, the SBI wheel is a knee-high Walker device that effectively reduces the pressure on the heel. Not only is the RIGI structure equipped with a rear opening, but the further advantage of SBI is being able to eliminate the heel zone from the EVA lining, a feature that allows us to use SBI in association with other devices such as negative pressure therapy. We will check upon the patient on a weekly basis until healing is achieved. Certainly, is likely to achieve this result in the shortest possible time thanks to the evidence supporting the effectiveness of Optima Walker devices.